Good morning to everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. So, what we were discussing yesterday?
Distribution and assignment.
So, whether it's a distribution or assessment, so we need to define a cycle. So, let me put it into Notepad. Distribution assessment. Okay. So, a distribution or assessment, we need to define a cycle. So, distribution cycle or we call it as a assessment cycle. And within the cycle, we'll have a segments. Segment 1, segment 2, segment 3, like this we can have a multiple segments. So the allocation process is same, so no need to create a segments. Only one segment, one cycle is enough. The allocation process is different, allocation structure is different. So my administrative cost I want to allocate based on my square feet occupied by the place. My employee cost I want to allocate based on the number of employees in each department. Okay. And my labor cost I want to calculate based on my number of hours he is working. So like this. So my allocation process is different. Then we need to have a segments. Segment 1, segment 2, segment 3, like this. We can have a multiple segments. Okay. The segment having a allocation structure or assessment cost element. So this is required only for assessment. So required only for assessment. So this allocation structure assessment cost element not required for distribution. Okay, you got my point or not? So this is required only for assessment. So next thing is sending portions. Sending portions, how we are going to specify the value. Sending portions to be specified. So it's maybe posted amount. A fixed percentage. Fixed percentage or fixed portions. And fixed amount. So next thing is receiver basis. So receiver base is to be specified. Here also fixed amount, fixed percentage, fixed portions, and variable portions. So whenever we selected variable portions, so whether you want to allocate your cost based on plan or actual activity types. Or plan or actual SKF values. So it depends on whether you are defining a plan assessment cycle or actual assessment cycle. So if you want to allocate your plan values, we'll define a plan assessment cycle or plan distribution cycle. So if you want to allocate your actual values, it may be a actual distribution cycle or planned actual assessment cycle. Okay, so you can define both plan or actuals, anyone. So it depends on your plan. So you have to specify here. So if it is a plan here, it's a plan activity type. If it is actual here, actual activity types. So it depends on what type of distribution, what type of assessment you are defining. Okay. So next, sending values. So how much percentage of value you are spending? Suppose you posted a on cost center 1 lakh, but you don't want to allocate 1 lakh value. Out of this 1 lakh value, 90% of the value only you are going to allocate. Means only 90,000 you are going to be allocated. So that is called sending values. Okay. And when you selected variable, so we need to specify activity type, or SKF. Only for variable portions only. So only for variable portions this option will activate. So if I am selecting variable portions only, this activity type and SKF will be activated. Otherwise it will not come. And we have a tracing factors. Tracing factors. Suppose if we give fixed amounts, so 90% ante amount anta 90,000 it comes, correct? So fixed amount ante, so out of this 90,000, cost center 1 40,000, cost center 2 30,000, cost center 3 20,000. Like this, we can allocate a fixed amount. and fixed percentage అంటే 40%, 35% and 25%. Fixed portions అంటే 8 portions, 5 portions, 3 portions, like this you can do. So weighting factors. The weighting factors will be activated only for variable portions. So here we need to give center 1 100%. Because we have to specify the activity type values. So what is my labor activity? What is my SKF values? So based on that, the allocation will be done. So these are the settings to be done, configuration to be done at the time of distribution assessment. Done, everyone? So we'll define a plan distribution cycle. So let me check which cost centers having the values. So we have a factory wages we have, it's in finance cost center. Okay, so this cost I want to distribute it to my plant cost centers. Okay, so how do you allocate this cost? Okay, so this is a plan cost, how we can allocate it. So put that in define plan distribution cycle. Path SPRO. SPRO controlling. Cost center accounting. Planning. Allocations. Distribution. Define distribution bracket plan. Define distribution bracket plan. So double click on create plan distribution. So double click on create plan distribution. So controlling area GCOA, cycle name Z, plan distribution cycle 1. So you can give starting of the month or starting of the year, anyone you can give. So don't give the middle of the month or middle of the year, okay? So whether it's starting of the month or starting of the year. Suppose if you give March 1st, I can do only after March. So previous month activities, you cannot do that. Previous month cost, you cannot allocate it, okay? That's why I'm just giving starting of the year. Enter. The cycle name we gave, okay, you can give Jindal So Jindal plan distribution cycle for corporate cost. Keep the checkbox iterative option. So what is this iterative option means? Example, we have cost center 1 cost, we are going to be allocated to CC1 and CC2. Cost center 1 and cost center 2. So here sending object is the same cost center, receiver also same cost object. So here I'm going to allocate 60% here, 40% here. So this iterative will work only if the sending object and receiving object having both sides. Okay, so let us assume you have 1000 value. First time you are allocating, then it will be allocated 600 here, 400 here. Again it comes 600 here, correct? Again 600 will be allocated here, 360, 240. Again 360 comes like this. So this cycle will go on until it becomes zero. The sending object becomes zero. Until then this cycle will continuously will be run. So that's very called as a iterative option. Very rare case this will work. Okay. So object currency version 0. Please note it down. Object currency ante, so what is the currency it is maintained at cost center level? That is called object currency. So currency maintained at a cost center level or internal order level is object currency. Click on attach segment. So corporate finance cost allocation. So you have sending rule, posted amount, fixed amounts and fixed rates. Okay. So what are the posted amounts? 100%. So 100% I want to allocate. 90% I am not allocated. Yeah, you can take 90% also. So 90% you want to allocate. Plan values. So here receiver rule, I am just giving fixed percentage. So when you select fixed percentage, it will be deactivated. Variable portions, it will be activated here. When you select fixed percentage, so this will be deactivated. So here posted amount, how much it is posted. Out of that, everything will be allocated. And but here I give share in only 90% are going to be distributed. Next, click on sender or receiver objects. Click on sender or receiver objects. Sender or receiver tabs. The sending cost object is corporate finance. And the cost elements is personal cost. Group we are giving employee cost. So which cost center I want to allocate it? 3 cost centers I want to allocate. We can create a group here. So place the cursor in a cost center group and receiver object. Create group. Create group. Okay, group name you have to give G G plant finance. Plant related finance cost centers. And then go to the groups. Plus create group. Jindal plant finance cost centers. Jindal plant finance cost centers. And here click on cost center button and attach the cost centers. Patan finance. Balnagar finance. And Guntur finance. Save it. So in this group, we added 3 cost centers. Patan Finance Cost Center, Balnagar Finance Cost Center, Guntur Finance Cost Center. Save it. So now we have a sending object. Okay, sorry. ఇక్కడ కాస్ట్ సెంటర్ కరెక్ట్ చేసుకోండి. ఇది GS0 సింగపూర్ తీసుకుంది. కార్పొరేట్ ఫైనాన్స్ కాస్ట్ సెంటర్ GA01 ఇచ్చింది. Please note it down it properly. So corporate finance cost center, the allocated cost is your personal cost and to your plant related cost centers. Then the sender values. Click on sender values. So 90% share in plan value hours and version 0. And then click on receiver tracing factor. Click on receiver tracing factor. So Patancheru 40%, Balnagar 35%, and Guntur 25%. So the distribution cycle is defined. Planned distribution cycle is defined. Okay. So now we have this value. So 20,000 833.33. Okay, this is the cost. So this is distributed to 40% to 90% కదా మనకు కావాల్సింది. So 90% of the portion, how much it is on this 90% I want. So 18,750. And out of this 18,750, 40% will go to the Padancheru. 30% will go to the 30% will go to the one. 25% will go to this. Okay. Please note it down these values. Excel sheet. Okay, done. So let us execute this distribution cycle. Run plan distribution cycle in bracket month and activity. Run plan distribution cycle. Run plan distribution cycle. Okay. Path SAP menu. Accounting. Controlling. Cost center accounting. Planning. Allocations. Distribution. Case VB is at equal. Case VB is at equal. So view the controlling area. Period 12 to 12. Total test on detail list. Execute. So I'm just going with the test run only. See, we have one sender, 3 receivers, 0 messages. We don't have any error messages. So who is the one sender? Corporate finance cost center. Factory wages cost element 18,750 is my 100 tracing factor value. So this is 18,750 100 tracing factor value. And who are the receivers? So receiver is Patancheru Finance, Balnagar Finance, and Guntur Finance. Okay, 7,500 and 65, 62, and 4687, 4687. Okay, 40%, 35%, 25%. Okay. So as per the Excel, it is working fine, successful. Okay, what we do? Press back button. Remove the test run. Execute. Done. So now if you see the report KSBP, go to the KSBP. Go to the KSBP. and give the cost centers for corporate finance. You can go Alpha Finance, okay? Patanchara Finance, Balnagar Finance, and Guntur Finance, and corporate finance. So total 4 cost centers we are giving. Note it on this. Guntur Finance, Patan Guntur, Balnagar, and corporate. Version 0, 12 to 12. So whether these cost centers are updated or not. So this cost is C, factor VS 7500, 6562, 4627. And this corporate wages cost allocated to respect to plant cost centers. So still we have 10% of the value. So 2083.33, 10% value is available still in corporate finance cost centers. Okay. So this is where we call it as a plan distribution cycle and execution. Okay. The same thing we do it in actuals, right? Define actual distribution cycle. Define actual distribution cycle. Path SPRO, controlling, cost center accounting, planning, sorry, plan కాదు కదా, so we need to go for actual కదా, sorry. Cost center accounting, after cost center accounting, yeah, actual postings, cost center accounting, actual postings, period end closing, distribution, define distribution in bracket actual, define distribution in bracket actual. So double click and create actual distribution. Double click and create actual distribution. So you can copy the same. Plan you can copy, create actuals. So please note it down this as it is. actual distribution cycle. Keep the checkbox for iterative and also cumulative. Is the extra thing in actuals. Cumulative, if you are not selecting cumulative means, so it will consider the cost related to only this month. This month ante March. If you select cumulative, is there any residual value? Undistributed value, it is available in February month also, it will be considered. Cumulative value. Okay. Understand now? Suppose if you are not selecting cumulative, it will consider only for March month. If you select cumulative, is there any balance left over balance in February month or January month? That is also will be considered, and it is going to be distributed in a current month. Then click on first segment. So note it down this as it is. Here I am giving 100%. Actual value. I am giving fixed portions. Percentage already you have seen it, na? We'll go with portions. And sender values. Here also same sender cost center is corporate. Write it down this as it is. Sender or receiver. And sender values 100%, actual value origin version 0. %, actual value origin version 0. Okay. The receiver tracing factor 8 portions, 7 portions, and 5 portions. Save it. Eight portions, 7 portions, and 5 portions. Okay. Save it. So let me check the value. And report is KSB1. Report actual postings. KSB1. And what is there in my corporate finance cost center? It's a traveling expense is there. So 23,000 traveling expenses there. Okay. Panjadam. ఇక్కడ ఫైనాన్స్ కాస్ట్ సెంటర్లోనే ఇక్కడ ట్రావెలింగ్ ఎక్స్పెన్స్ అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటివ్ కదా ఏడిఎం అని ఇద్దాం. ఓకే, ఇది కరెక్ట్ చేసుకున్నది. Okay, this is only one. Instead of personal cost, I give admin cost. Okay, everything is same. Save it. So how much cost is their actual cost? Traveling expenses 430,100. 430,100 and cost ఎంత ఉంది ఇక్కడ 23,000 ఉంది కదా 23,000 100% ఎంత 23,000 8 portions 8 portions not percentage. So note down this Excel values. This is portion based 100%. I'm not. Previously we done for 90% only, but here I'm taking 100% value. So 8 portions, 7 portions, and 5 portions we are allocated. Okay. So let us run the actual distribution cycle. Run actual distribution cycle. Run actual distribution cycle. Run actual distribution cycle path. SAP menu. Accounting. Controlling. Cost center accounting. Period ending closing. Period end closing. Single functions. Allocations. Distribution case V5. Case V5. So your distribution cycle shows service execute. So we'll go with the test run only as of now. So here also no errors. One sender, three receivers. So who is the one sender? So 430,100 with the finance 23,000. The receiver is a 9200 8050 and 5750. So as per the required, the distribution is allocated. Okay. Press back button, remove test and execute. Press back button, remove test and execute. So that's it for distribution. So we'll see tomorrow assessment. So remote test and execute on this. Hello? Hello? Okay, remote test and execute, okay? And this 23,000, it distributed to, so 3 different plants, different cost centers. See, 9,200, 80,000. So the cost is distributed, it becomes 0. The cost is not there, 100% you are allocated together, 0 it will be there. So that's it for plan and actual distribution. We'll see tomorrow assessment. Thank you very much. Have a nice day to all.
Thank you, sir.